It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, we made it to the weekend. What's happening, everybody? How are we doing? It is Geno Jones Showtime. Bam! I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. That is my normal start time. However, we do have earlier, sometimes even later start times, different start times. I'll let you know. As a matter of fact, one day next week, either Monday or Wednesday, I will confirm over the weekend, and I'll put out a little short video message to alert everybody on the official start time. I believe it's going to be next Wednesday. Will be like a 5 p.m. Eastern time start time. Otherwise, like I said, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out in Los Angeles, where the Los Angeles Lakers, man, y'all better handle y'all business. Stop playing around with them young boys in Memphis, the Grizzlies. Oh, by the way, what's the old boy, Desmond Bain? Boy, he talking cash-ish. Guaranteeing they going to win out in L.A.? LeBron, y'all need to shut that down. Yo, AD, like you played the other night, that's what I need to see from you every night, bruh. I've been telling you, I told you on this show, there's nobody, listen, there's nobody, when you play like that, you're the greatest player on the planet. When you want to play like that, even Giannis can't do nothing with you. Embiid, when you decide to play like you from the south side of Chicago, which you are, and you know how we get down, can't nobody do nothing with you. The only person that can stop Anthony Davis, AD, is AD, Anthony Davis. So, I digress. Please subscribe, share, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. Copy and paste, screen grab it, send it to whoever. Copy and paste the link, screen grab, put some on TikTok, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Snapchat, Facebook, wherever you want to put it, right here on YouTube. Share with everybody, friends, family, co-workers, church members, fraternity and sorority, brothers and sisters, strangers, aliens, folks that you can't even stand, folks you don't like, even that whole MAGA cult. Send it to their ass too. Aliens from outer space, hook everybody up. Simply the best, the baddest, the biggest, the baddest, the best show, the must-see TV. You gotta see it to believe it. The Geno Jones Show. So, man, it's been one heck of a week. Man, one heck of a week. We lost a legend in Harry Belafonte, Brother Belafonte, who was an icon as an actor, a singer, the whole Calypso vibe. An actor really in the 50s. He broke ground. You wouldn't even have actors like Sidney Poitier without actors like my man, Brother Harry Belafonte paving the way. He was in the movies. He did 2 movies like with the legendary Dorothy Dandridge. Just a little quick history lesson. So we lost Harry. He was 96. So he has joined the ancestors. Janet Jackson was supposed to perform and do her concert. She's on tour. She was supposed to be performing in Atlanta at the State Farm Arena, but just one little slight problem. Guess who else was actually, now they weren't necessarily scheduled, but guess who took over the State Farm Arena last night? The Boston Celtics. Their playoff game against the Atlanta Hawks. So they beat Atlanta. So now they move on to the second round of the NBA playoffs. Shout out to Jason Tatum. He balled out. Jason Tatum. You got Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, he apologized. He said, I want to apologize to the legend, Janet Jackson. We're sorry, because he said, had they won the game they played in Boston a couple nights earlier, then Janet Jackson would not have had to cancel her concert. Good news, if you got tickets for last night's show, just show up tonight, because the concert is now. Damn, man, I knew that. It's about, I could do it with no police, with no state troopers out there, and no rush hour traffic. I've done it in like 3 hours and 38 minutes to downtown Atlanta. Shh, don't tell nobody. You can do the math. Because normally, it could easily be closer to a 4.5 hour. Yeah, I was driving a little fast. Not too. But anyway, so Janet Jackson tonight in Atlanta, since they postponed her concert, so and then Atlanta lost. So y'all kicked Janet Jackson out of the State Farm Arena, Atlanta Hawks, to get y'all ass beat at home and get out of the playoffs. See, that's karma. I keep telling you, karma will catch up with you every time. It will. So also this week, Lizzo turned 35 yesterday. Happy birthday, Lizzo, doing your thing. This weekend, Isaiah Thomas, speaking of NBA basketball legend, probably the greatest 6 foot and under player, 6 foot, listen to 6'1", okay, 6'1", 6 foot, in the history of the NBA. Isaiah and I are actually the same height. So yeah, maybe 6, somewhere right there, 6'1", 6-ish, 6'1", 6 feet, whatever. The best 6'1", 6 foot and under player. Yeah, now hold on. I hear you. What about Allen Iverson? Listen, I'd put Allen Iverson right there. But Isaiah won 2 championships, and Isaiah would tell you they should have three-peated. Because the that one playoff series they lost, the first one in the mid-'80s when they lost to the Lakers, he said, had he not virtually broke his ankle, brother scored. So on one leg, I'll never forget it, he scored 25 points like in the third quarter in an NBA Finals game, like game 6. I was like, wow, that's Chicago. Now, that's the West Side, but we all ball like that. South Side, Anthony Davis, Dwayne Wade. West Side, Isaiah Thomas. That's how we ball in the Shy in the 312-708-773. So happy birthday, Zeke. There's a lot of folks know him. Tusk. Now, you really have to know him from back in the day. That's from the West Side of Chicago. You know, a lot of folks, yeah, unless you really, either you real tight with him or you grew up in Chicago and watched him when he used to play the YMCA in Old Town against some of the pros, the NBA players, the current NBA players that was back like in the late 70s, early 80s, because I think he came out in 81. So I think he came out of high school around 79. So happy birthday, brother Isaiah Thomas and his Sherlin Champagne. Give you a plug there, brother. We'll hook you up there. Shout out to Zeke Tusk. All right, see so the latest I heard on Jamie Foxx. So you know, a couple of weeks ago, he had a medical emergency. As a matter of fact, we found out this week, according to some sources close to him, that he had to be revived. Whatever this medical emergency was that caused him to have his family fly to Atlanta, he had to be revived. And those same sources said he's lucky to be alive. There's been a lot of reports about he had a stroke. You've probably seen or heard him by now. The family has not released any official statement in terms of what exactly is wrong with Jamie. Whatever it is, we just, please, if you believe in the power of prayer, lift brother Jamie Foxx up. All right. Shout out to my #1 fan, my executive producer. Hello, mother, Mary Dixon. Hey, if you're watching me live now, feel free to join the conversation. In my chat room is wide open. Jump in. Hey, tell Bill Maher, I know he's probably getting ready for his show. Tell him to jump in the chat room. No, better yet, I'll send him a Zoom invite. I'd love to have him come on. That's what we got to work with. Y'all know Bill Maher. Tell him on one Friday, come on my show before he does his show. So I know they probably tape it, but I'll tape his segment. We'll do it early. No, actually, don't they do a show live? A lot of times. So when you see these late night shows, like the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, so they air at 10:30 on the East. Well, they air at 11:30 on the East Coast. They air at 10:30, like in Chicago on Central Time. They actually tape those shows about 5:30 on the West Coast, so that would be 8:30. So they tape it a couple hours before they actually air live. But we will make it happen. Tell Bill Maher to holler at your man right here, Bill. Let's talk about this Chicago, some of these black folks in Chicago. And we're going to talk about these white folks in the South and all over. Since folks killing, because crime, people tend to kill people that are in their proximity. Because he was talking about, why black folks kill black folks and why black celebrities are not saying anything. And I said, well, they have. But why are white people killing white people and black folks and Hispanic? So, yeah. Go back and watch Tuesday and Wednesday especially. Woo-hoo-hoo! Well, Tuesday, too, I let him have it. But Wednesday, I just didn't give a damn. And I came with receipts, facts, data, jokes, sarcasm. I came with it all. So you'll love this week. It was a heavy week, though. A lot going on. Hey, Rihanna fans. Riri, who is pregnant, expecting her second child, I believe. So I think they already know the sex, the gender of the baby. I think it's going to be a second boy. Her first child she had almost a year ago, right? Yeah, because I believe her first son was born in May. So is he a Taurus? Gonna be great. So anyway, she's expecting her second child, but expect to see Rihanna or hear Rihanna's voice in this move. That's when two words come out at the same time. When this new Smurfs movie comes out, she's going to be the voice of Smurfette in, they call it, the Smurf movie. So it's going to come out on Valentine's Day in 2025. So, movies do that. Shout out to Denzel. His new movie, Equalizer 3. So this is supposed to be the last one. I saw the trailer. Man, I love it. Because, folks close to me, they call me, especially, my daughters, okay, or Damaris is all right, we don't need you to be Robert McCall. And Robert McCall, in case you don't know, is the character Denzel's. We found out that actually the correct pronunciation of his name is not Denzel, it's Denzel. But I guess he said so many people were mispronouncing, and he just look, all right, y'all, it's fine, whatever. Just call me whatever. Just don't call me the N-word, and don't call me late for dinner, and we'll be good. You know what I'm saying? So, Denzel Washington's character Robert McCall, I love the trailer. So he's in Italy, and I guess he befriends a family in Italy, and something happens with the family, and the mafia kills somebody. So this is a family that's not a mafia family. They're just like some ordinary, regular citizens, Italian, regular folks, not involved in the La Cosa Nostra. So that's like the Italian name for the mafia, La Cosa Nostra. So whatever happens, somebody in this family got killed by the mafia. They're trying to intimidate him or something. So Denzel, or Robert McCall, does what Robert McCall does. And I can't wait to see it. It's going to be in September, the first weekend. So it's probably around Labor Day weekend this year. I can't wait to see it. So that's some good news, too. Speaking of good news, shout out to WNBA superstar Brittney Griener. She is going to be playing for her team out in Phoenix, the Phoenix Mercury. She is a two-time WNBA champion, a two-time WNBA most valuable. I think she's won 2 MVPs. I know she won 1, and I know that she's won 2 WNBA championships. I know she's got at least 1 gold medal with USA women's basketball. And she held a news conference and said basically, yes, she's ready. She is excited to play for the Phoenix Mercury this year, and she will never, ever, never, ever, 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 ever play basketball overseas again. And I'm sure her family, because I know I am happy to hear that news. We gonna take a pass. Miss me with the overseas. That check is nice. The bag is nice. But you gonna get your bag right here, BG. So we're just happy for you, my sister. Glad that you are back doing what you love doing and what you're great at. Playing high level WNBA basketball. Do your thing. All right, speaking of some pro athletes, they got their bag. They got the loot. Cha-ching. Man, so Lamar Jackson had been telling the Baltimore Ravens in the National Football League. Oh, shout out to the National Football League. They had their draft. It's really cool because you see these kids, these brothers, and even the white kids. They had one kid from Afro-Latino kid. His dad is, I believe his dad is from Colombia. And the lining of his suit was the Colombian flag. It was so cool. And just to see the joy, the tears of joy, these young men and their families and mom and dad, is just a beautiful thing. It almost, it brought me to tears because you could see how happy. And I forgot who the player was. One of the brothers like, yo, mom. I think it was, shout out to Will Anderson. He got drafted by the Houston Texans. And then right before him, shout out to the kid C.J. Stroud, a quarterback that played at Ohio State, the Ohio State University. He got drafted second last night, second pick, first round. And Will Anderson played at the University of Alabama. He was the third player picked in the first round. And I think he said, yo, mom, you good. He's like, you can quit your job. As a matter of fact, give me your boss's number. I'll call his ass. My mama ain't never coming back to work for y'all ass. Because y'all didn't treat her right anyway and didn't pay her right. Click. That was always my goal. I wasn't able to quite pull it off. Had I played, because I had a chance. Okay, we're not going to relive. I'm not going to talk about my athletic prowess and woulda, coulda, should, what I could have did. Because here I am now. But man, that was my goal. I wanted to be able to just to call my mother's boss and be like, yo, yeah, you my mother's boss? She ain't never coming back to work for y'all ass. She ain't never like y'all anyway because y'all didn't treat her right. Click. So shout out to all the young men that were drafted last night. And so this is night 2. So you got more players are going to be drafted tonight and then Saturday. So just congratulations to all these brothers. But Lamar Jackson, who was drafted probably, about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago? Man, he got the largest contract in the history of the National Football League. The National Football League. They had one of their announcers that he had a way of saying it. I forgot that. Was it Ed Sable? The National Football League. $260 million contract with $185 million guaranteed. And he didn't have an agent. You know who actually who was who acted, who in essence his agent was? His mom. And I did the math last night. So NFL agents who negotiate contracts for players with teams get anywhere, minimum is they get like 4%. The maximum they get is 15% of a player's contract. Whatever the amount of money that's negotiated, the agents will get anywhere from 4 to 15%. So I did the math. So the minimum, shout out to Felicia Jones. No relation, not that I know of. I don't know, we need to holler at, because I asked my mother last night, I know she's watching, I don't know. To my knowledge, we don't have any family in Florida. We had family in Mississippi, in Arkansas. Don't know about Florida, but we could be related. But don't worry, I ain't asking for no money, Felicia, because I know everybody else hitting you and Lamar up. So Felicia Jones, Lamar Jackson's agent, actually. So they, and with the help with the National Football, the National Football League Players Association. So shout out to the NFLPA, the National Football League Players Association. They helped Lamar and his mom. It's like, look, we ain't got to pay no. You my age, your mom. We got this. I know what I'm worth. That's what y'all pay Jalen Hurts. Okay, he got 115 million guaranteed. Kyler Murray got 180. What? All right, I'm gonna give y'all solid. Guarantee 185 million, but the contract is 260. So I'm gonna ball out. So y'all gonna have to pay me that 260. So, but this 185 million, y'all can just go ahead and wire that straight to my account right now. Now I don't know if they did it that way. Probably not. But these owners got that kind of. Every owner in the National Football League is a billionaire multiple times over. All of them. Ain't none of them sitting like net worth at like 1 billion. I guarantee you, all these owners are billionaires, like more than 1 billion. They got the money, and all the money that they get, that's just their net worth. Not to mention all the money that the NFL, that every team, just the money they get from, and now they got a contract with YouTube. We're on right now. You'll be able to see like the NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube this year. Man, these owners in the NFL, they got more. They can't even count. They don't even tell you all the revenue sources they have, and they don't want to tell you. See, they want to be in the players' business. They want you to know all the players' business, how much money they get from this person and from endorsements and contract. Has any owner? What owner? Here's the question. Have you ever seen a financial statement from any NFL owner? I'll wait. No, you haven't. And you probably never will. Unless something happens where they go to court, which is they don't want that to happen either. They don't want you in their business. They want to be in everybody else's business. They want to be in everybody else's pocket, but they don't want you to be in their pocket, and they don't want you to be in their business. Typical hypocritical BS, right? So congratulations to Lamar Jackson. Congratulations to his mom. So she just secured a bag, a minimum $10,400,000, roughly $10.5 million. That's the minimum she's gonna get from this contract, and I love it. It's like, yo, mom, you be my agent. You get the money that the agent gets. And then he's still gonna hook his mama up. But she got her own money now. Minimum $10.5 million, $10.4 million, $10,400,000. And max, if she gets 15% of that $260 million, that's $39 million. So just round that off. Because Lamar may just give her just $1 million tip. Heck, mama, you got me $260? You good. I'm a tip. Here's $1 million. Here's $1 million tip. So that $39 million, I'm rounding it up. I'm rounding up to 40. So she got somewhere from $10.5 million to $40 million. And Lamar still, even if his mom gets 15% of that contract, he's still walking away with $220 million. Yeah, they pay taxes and all, but now, I don't know. I said this last night. Miss Felicia Jones. Now, I know you guys are from Miami. Yes, Lamar plays in Baltimore, Maryland. I don't know what the state taxes are in Maryland, but I know there are that's the only thing good about Florida now, is there are no state taxes. So I'm sure you still have a residence in Florida. You probably got a home still in Miami, I can imagine. Probably rebuilt like your house in your old neighborhood. So use your Florida address when you do your taxes, because that's a legal residence. You're not cheating the system. You got a home in the off season. Lamar goes home to Miami, and during the season, he's got a home in Baltimore. But I'm sure you've had that house. That's your house. That's your legal residence in Florida. You file your taxes. Yes. Now, I'm not a certified public accountant, but I know a state with some, I'm pretty sure Maryland has some state taxes versus a state with no state taxes. Oh, I can do that tax return. That's easy. File your returns under your Florida address. All right. Don Lemon got fired from CNN. I'm a fan of Don Lemon, so they had it out for Don. You know, there's folks that, look, there are people that didn't like Don for a lot of different reasons, jealousy, envy. You know, they try to say, oh, what he said about Nikki Haley he was being a very age discrimination or you know, like misogynistic. Okay. See, I really knew what he meant. You know, when he said that a woman who's 30 or 40 is in her prime. See, that's where he got himself caught up. What he meant, he was talking about people's, because he was talking about men. He said men and women. Men and women are in their physical prime, late 20s, really, but you keep yourself in shape throughout your 40s, early 50s. But like LeBron, look, there's probably no human on the planet in better shape than LeBron. But LeBron will tell you, he is not the LeBron at 38 that he was at 28. Because it's just father time or mother time, whoever you want to call it, however you want to do it, is undefeated. So what Don really should have just said that, first of all, that people in their men or women peak in their physical prime in really their late 20s, like 28 to 32. Now, you know, we eat right, we take care of ourselves. You can look great, because black don't crack. You can look, unless you really abuse it, don't drink water, and don't eat right, and don't get sleep. That's a whole nother company. Anybody will crack from that. But he didn't articulate it that way, so that's on him. But anyway, Don will land on his feet. They got to cut him a check. They got to cut him like a $20 million check, at least. Because his contract, he recently signed a new contract. I think that was to go through 2025. So they might have cut him more. But my sources tell me they got to cut a $20 million check, or they'll be seeing his lawyers. So I'm sure they don't want all that. Fox News, fake news, just got sued for roughly $800 billion. Well, that was for lying and helping to generate, and incite an insurrection, an attempted coup, government takeover, angry white nationalist militia. So CNN hadn't done anything like that, even though they want to be fake news light. So I can't watch CNN. And there's some people, anchors and reporters at CNN, that I really like their work. But the management, they want to, we want Republicans to feel comfortable over here. Also, in essence, so you want to be like MAGA light? Well, we don't want to really be racist, but we want the racists to feel comfortable watching CNN. Y'all miss me. And then, speaking of fake news, Fox fake news, Tucker Carlson was fired. And I just got one word to say on that: karma. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and you, and especially you. And God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. Coming to you live, normal start time, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, unless otherwise I give you a different start time, unless otherwise advertised, or unless I say otherwise. Subscribe, share, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. Yes, subscribe and screen grab and binge watch all the back episodes. And send these screen grabs, make them go viral. Send them to everybody. As Nelly would say, everybody. Send them to everybody, right? Do that. Shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist, a fellow Taurian. Happy birthday, Kel. It's your birthday week. His birthday was Monday. I know you are still celebrating your birthday, Check him out and his work on Instagram. Kel B Cutting Up. KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones is the drip director. She's the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check her out on Instagram. LX.N like Nanette, C like Charlie, L like Lexi, and then underscores, that little dash. LX.NCL underscore. And Bruce Gage, wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check him out on Instagram. Miglio Di Mario Uomo. MIGILIODIMARIOUOMO. It's MIGILIODIMARIOUOMO. Miglio Di Mario Uomo. It's Italian. Miglio Di Mario Uomo. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Let's go, Lakers. Stop messing around. Spank that ass. Send the Grizzlies back to Beale Street, back to Memphis. Tell Ja to go chill. Desmond Bain and what's crazy ass Dylan Brooks. What is crazy? Send their ass back to Beale Street, back to Memphis. Do that. All right, everybody. Night round, second round, third round, second night of the NFL draft. They'll finish it up on Saturday. Kim is in town, sat here in Charleston. Tomorrow night, Kim and Let Us See Music Soul Child. And shout out to Geno's Academic All-Stars, taking a group of young people who have an A average, are going to be attending a River Dogs. The Charleston River Dogs is one of the minor league teams affiliates with the New York Yankees. So we're going to a River Dogs baseball game on Sunday. I'm taking a group of my All-Stars. So have a great Tony the Tiger impersonation. All right, if you're like under, 50, maybe 40, just Google Tony the Tiger, Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flakes. The dude, the tiger on the box, Tony the Tiger. They're great. All right, I love everybody, all of you. I love each and every one of you. We'll see you live Monday. Go back and binge watch Tuesday, Wednesday night. Oh my God, you gotta watch Wednesday. This Wednesday that just passed, this week's show from Wednesday night, Tuesday night, Monday, especially, really every night, and all my other back episodes. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you live Monday, live 6:30 p.m. Eastern.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.